Madang is known as the jewel of Papua New Guinea. Abundant natural resources, both in the sea and on land, have long attracted investors who've brought lots of job opportunities and development. They've also brought exploitation, environmental degradation and conflict, broken promises. So a new national government plan to build 10 tuna canneries here is being met by a vocal opposition who's determined to put a stop to it.
Some of the world's richest fishing waters lie just off the coast of Papua New Guinea. It's one of only 6 remaining breeding areas for wild tuna. But these days, POIN CASPER is struggling to get a bite.
Since early tuna is coming here, when you go out fishing in the night, you could hardly catch fish.
RD Tuna is a Filipino company. It came to Madang in the 1980s, running a cannery and a fleet of 16 fishing vessels. It helps process the 10% of the world's tuna catch that comes from Papua New Guinea. A modest figure, according to the government, which wants to make PNG the tuna capital of the world. RD Tuna currently processes up to 200 tons of tuna every day. Now, this land here is being cleared for 10 more canneries like it, and their wharfs and their jetties to process thousands more tons. Now, the national government is behind this scheme. It's saying 30,000 more jobs will be created. The new plan is known locally as the PMIZ, a Pacific Marine Industrial Zone. It's a $300 million scheme with a $200 million loan from the Chinese already secured to clear the land and build the infrastructure. A vocal opposition, which includes Madang's Chamber of Commerce, says it's all happening too quickly and likely to ruin the town. Papua New Guinea's waters, they say, will be overrun by foreign fishing vessels, which will decimate tuna stocks.
The PMIZ is likely to rape and pillage the entire amount. I mean, to be extremist about it. But we really have no holds barred exploitation of the stock now. Nobody's got any controls over who will be fishing this.
RD Tuna is currently helping the government draw up a new tuna management plan and says there's no cause for concern.
Because tuna to them is really very shall we say, important resource for this country. So sustainability is one of those things that they are watching.
In the provincial governor's office, the jury's still out. He's supporting the scheme, but also wants to do the right thing by the people and harbours more than a few reservations.
I think that challenging times. The nation's development will encounter these challenges of developmental impacts upon our environment and to our people.
POIN worries about the future. His son already works in the cannery and he fears a complete loss of his fishing way of life.
The saltwater is gone, the reef is gone, social problems have already escalated and it's out of control and it's gone. It's gone.
The PMIZ may yet make Papua New Guinea the tuna capital of the world, but that grand title will perhaps be a fleeting one with a dubious legacy for future generations.
There's a sense of inevitability about the PMIZ. It's being pushed at top government levels. But opponents to the scheme are now pinning their hopes on winning an injunction to at least delay proceedings long enough for more planning and consultation. Papua New Guinea's constitution clearly states that any development must be sustainable for future generations. And they've seen nothing to persuade them that the country's stocks of tuna would survive a scheme of this size. Laura Kyle, Al Jazeera, Madang, Papua New Guinea.